One of the things that has always sucked, regardless of platform, are dictation apps. As someone who suffers from ADHD and dyslexia, I've always wanted them to work, but I spent more time doing the cleanup after they did the dictation than I did having them automate the dictation. Luckily, there are new ways in which dictation can happen. Unlike Apple and others, where the dictation just basically dictates live and puts it on the page. It doesn't care about grammar. It's just once it's done, it's done. This new app that I'm using called MacWhisper installs a large language model on your computer. So you don't need the internet and you don't have to worry about security. It's an app that does a ton of stuff. It does live dictation. You can upload audio files, video files, and it'll do transcriptions. But what I'm focused on here today is this one amazing aspect of it. Once it's installed, you can just hit the function key on your Mac and it'll start to record as I'm doing in the untitled Word doc. And when I let go of the function key, you'll see what happens. It takes a couple of seconds, but that's because it's doing its cleanup. All right, there it is. It's writing it all down and it's done very little cleanup, but it's made sure that the grammar is right. Now, if I wanted to turn this into a LinkedIn post, I have a GPT that's specially trained on data around how I should be posting on LinkedIn. So I'm just going to paste it in here and it's going to just make some suggestions on how I could turn this into a post. So I'm going to put that in here. All right. So it's giving me some headline options, 3 headline options. It's got a draft here. Talks about how things are frustrated for me. And I found MacWhisper, simple onboarding. So basically it summed this up. I could go in, tidy this up, but I've got a nice post. But say I want to do something more captivating, attention grabbing. I also have a GPT that I've trained on 14 known hooks that work within LinkedIn. So what I'll do is I'll invoke this here and go, can you suggest? Now my trained GPT is going to go through its 14 different hooks that I know work. So it could say the failure story, vulnerability and relatability. The hook, I've tried every major dictation app hoping that it would save time, but in reality, the hours lost. Cleaning up the errors saved every time. Unique transformation, self-improvement. So it's giving me 3 options. So let's just say I go with number 2. This time I'm going to use the Mac dictation tool. So I hit the function key. All right. I like option number 2. Could you write option number 2 for me with a few variants? I hit return. Now it's going to go through option 2. It's going to give me, based on that framework, a couple of options here. Very straightforward, transform call to action. I went from spending hours of fixing dictation errors to seamless transcriptions, one simple tool, no internet required. It goes through, gives me 3 different options. So I could then take that, tidy it up, and put it into LinkedIn. That is my productivity hack using a Mac-based large language model dictation tool, ChatGPT with trained GPTs.